Oscar, can you hear us? There we go. Oscar, can you hear us?
Come in, over.
Hi, yes, I can hear you now.
There we go. Okay, welcome. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm doing well. Hope everyone's doing well.
Yes, thank you.
So we have HPC 08-2024, 16 Still Court. Oscar Castillo is the owner in an F75 zone district. The request is a certificate of appropriateness for the proposed installation of a driveway and rear yard patio.
Correct.
All right.
Okay, where would we like to start?
Would you like to take us through this application, Oscar? Hello?
Yeah, I could hear you. As far as the application, yeah, I have is a patio for for my family and I. Like I have 3 kids, and my wife. So there's 5 of us here in the house. It's just for us to have a little barbecue in the patio, just for the kids. And then as far as the driveway, it's just a driveway that's been under. We try to fix it for quite over like almost 2 years, but we haven't gotten approved so far. But my kids can't even play in the actual driveway. It's there's holes all over. I mean, if you guys see the pictures, you could clearly see the damage that is in it. And I'm not really trying to do anything more just to repair what's there and then just lay the same lay the same stuff right on what's already there, like the rocks. I'm not trying to change anything to it.
Oscar, the picture, when I saw this earlier today, if you could down, Manny, to the picture, it's under construction.
Oh, not these photos.
Yeah, that picture.
Oh,
Yes.
Is that something that you started as the proposed work, or what is that a picture of?
So yeah, so that's work that was started because I was informed that originally, since the walls are within the walls is within 3 feet, that was no required permit. But then I was told that it was, so I stopped the work and then I had to submit everything through you guys. It was being done by someone that knows the engineer behind it. There's pictures of everything that was done there as well, but that's the patio.
So that's what you're here for, in addition to the driveway? I wasn't clear on the drawings.
Yes,
Then-
yes.
Okay, so, all right, so tell us what you propose to do. So you started some of the work there, what I imagine are retaining walls. Those are new?
Yes. So
Okay.
basically, right towards next to the stairs will be the kitchen area, like the cooking area with the where we'll have a barbecue section, and then everything else is just a small sitting area for my family and guests.
It's really, if I understood it, more of a patio at grade? Or is it?
It's more of a. I mean, I'm not sure. It's a patio, so we could have barbecue.
Is it the same level as your yard, or is it the same level?
Yes.
So it's the same level as your yard, right? Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
The patio is down below.
Yeah,
Correct. Yes.
okay. And so what are you gonna pave it with?
It's
Is that-
staying that way.
No, I see dirt, so obviously you're gonna put,
Oh, yeah. There's gonna be there's basically pavers that are gonna be laid on it, and I think we send the pictures of what's gonna be on the floor as well.
is it gonna be what I see in the foreground that exists already? Or something different?
Something different. It was sent in the actual in everything. If you keep going up, it should be there.
Oh, there it is.
Right
Okay.
there. Right there.
Putting in, okay.
Well-
Some kind of, all right. And
Mhm.
Cambridge Unilon.
Yes.
Is the driveway gonna be paved as well? Is that part of this application too?
Correct. Yeah, the driveway, the driveway was the original application, but then I was doing the patio and I was told I had to stop everything and make sure I put everything together. So I've been waiting for the driveway for the past 2 years. And the driveway basically I'm gonna repair what's already there, and then with this gravel, I have the permeable what is that called? Permeable
No,
stones, right? Yeah.
that's in your spec sheet, if we could see
Yes,
this.
it's all there. It's all there.
There it is. So the patio, is the patio gonna be the color that I see in the picture?
Correct. Everything that's there, you see, it's the gray.
Oh, the gray, all right.
Yes,
And then the driveway will be the same color? or
correct. Same color.
Okay, just different. So it's essentially the same material as the deck, as your patio?
Correct.
Oh, all right. And where's the platinum going? Where it says to the left, it says platinum, all the way to the left.
All the way to the left.
Yeah. It says platinum.
Sherwood connection.
Where is that going?
Let me see. So
Does
okay,
it-
so the smooth shortcut, that's for the patio, and then the gray, the other one right next to it is one that covers like it's the cover that goes over the walls of the patio. That's the black one that you see, right? You see that? So it's basically just on top of the patio, like the walls, like the seating area, basically.
So that's the capstone.
All right,
Yeah, trapstone, exactly. And then right next to it, that's what's gonna be the driveway. Yeah, that's gonna be the driveway.
okay, all right. All right. So you said something.
Can you zoom in a little bit?
I can. Where am I zooming?
Out.
Oh, out.
All right, so so that's the material. Can we go back to the plane? Done?
I didn't see where really,
All right, so that's the back of the house.
yeah.
Mhm.
Go-
It already has a porch.
Yes,
Off the porch, it's going down to the lower level. That's where the
Correct.
patio is going to be.
correct.
All right, scroll up a little bit. All right,
There it
so
is.
that's the patio. Okay, so what we're looking at
Correct.
a photo from essentially the top stair there almost. You get
Mhm.
get a portion of the existing patio and you're looking down into the new patio, which is the pit. This is currently-
Correct.
Right,
What's
now-
your, oh, go ahead. Is there something about the kitchen? Is that a kitchen cabinet that's gonna be built out of stone or something?
Yeah,
some-
everything's gonna be out of stone. Everything's gonna be done out of stone there.
Is there
So
an
there's
image,
this.
is there an image of what it looks like?
I mean, I don't think there's an image of what it would look like, but it's just basically,
Or something or?
Bill, I think maybe, yes, to Jason's question, is what material is it gonna be? Do you know this yet?
what material?
Yeah,
Yeah,
The same, it's gonna be everything's gonna be the same, the stone material. Like literally everything that I give you is the same thing that we're gonna use. So,
but.
so it's like, it's built basically by brick, I guess blocks of cement.
But
And then
just-
it has,
cabinet. Made out
yeah,
of.
the cabinets will be built of cement, and then it will have, we just put in a built barbecue grill on it. Right, and it's basically gonna have the stones, the same stones that are decorating the patio are gonna be the same stones on the kitchen.
And what's the kitchen top, the countertop gonna be made of?
The countertop, the top is all cement, and then we just lay the barbecue grill on it. It's like those portable barbecue grills.
Well, no, I mean, you've got that countertop. It's all concrete. Is that what your countertop's gonna be, concrete?
It should, yeah, the concrete, it should be a smooth cement, the countertop. That should be it, if I'm not mistaken.
Giant plinth of concrete.
Yes.
And then maybe some doors underneath, because you
Correct,
probably,
correct. Like the doors are basically, they're gonna have like for, let's say for, like a small little, refrigerator, and then for garbage, that's where we're gonna have that.
What are the doors gonna be made of?
They're old, stainless steel. steel, because they come already pre-made. There's just a box, you create the box and you just put the actual containers in there.
Okay, that's kind of what we're getting at, I think.
Now,
Yeah.
I see, so it's gonna be a stone box that you're gonna
Correct.
you're gonna put a stainless steel unit into.
Correct.
Normally, when someone presents these plans for something significant as a feature like the kitchen cabinets, there's some information for it, because it
Yeah.
says, it's not like it's portable and you roll it into your garage in the winter.
Yeah, this is,
But, I think we understand now generally the idea.
Mhm.
And if I may ask, from the front view, if you could, Maddie, go to the front page or the picture of the house from the street. You really don't see anything from the street, right?
No, you don't see anything at all.
Right,
Yeah.
so it's totally invisible. I mean, if this, just FYI, Oscar, if there's ever
Yes.
anything in the future, if this was something that was readily visible from the street, certainly your application would have to, in my opinion anyways, have a lot more information.
Gotcha.
Because so much of it's left to the imagination or
Okay.
your recollection of what you think you're gonna be getting.
Got it.
Okay,
I do apologize for that.
well, that's all right. We understand. I think we have everybody here. We understand what you're generally trying to do and
Mhm.
it's not something readily visible. I think that's.
his architect should have known.
It's what?
His architect should have known.
Yes, your architect should have known, but then, or whoever.
2 or 3 little notes on the drawing would have covered it.
Something, okay, but we don't want to make it more, I don't believe we want to create unnecessary delays.
Got it.
So, especially since you already got started and you realize you got to get this thing.
Of course, 100%.
So can you clarify? So you're gonna repave the entire driveway with paving stones, is that correct?
Correct. Yes, that's correct. Not the, yeah, correct, the entire.
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah, I want to see the note. I didn't notice the note. It just says existing drive. And I don't see where it says new pavers or anything.
So the existing driveway, we're gonna, they're basically gonna put like, I guess this is all from Westchester
Oh, there it is.
Repair.
New driveway previously gravel.
Where is it?
Right,
going?
there's gravel around it, so that's why that's why I was gonna put the
What's over
stones.
here?
Yeah, that's the circle at the top, which everyone just parks on. and
So you
it
drive,
goes down.
do you have to drive in the back of your yard to park your car or something?
Yeah, I through the front and I could drive to the back, yeah.
So the driveway, it's a new driveway, so basically you're increasing the amount of driveway space, is that
Right.
correct?
Right, so
And
that's
that was
basically, because
included.
it does have
Okay.
gravels there. And for me, it was just for my kids to have a place to play some basketball or something
I see, I see.
in the back. So that was, instead of them falling in rocks, I was gonna lay something that's the same material that's permeable that will allow them to be there. That's what I was trying to do, just so that section that has the gravels, the existing gravels already.
Where does it stop? When it continues up and goes around the house, how far are those pavers gonna go?
Looks like there's a line that extends.
No, that's-
There's a line there, so everything is there on the,
I mean,
the
can you
architect
see
drew
me
it already.
point? Is it that line?
That
And
line,
what-
yes.
And
Correct, that line.
what's this line, Oscar? What's this line?
That's the line of the existing driveway.
That's the existing drive that's paved up to there. It's paved all the way up to there.
So far it's paved, and what's it paved with? The stuff you're proposing now?
No, it's paved with actual, which I guess it's cemented. It's just a cement that has broken. Yes,
It's black? Is that the black driveway? Because,
black drive. It's the black driveway. Correct. It's the black driveway.
so then you're gonna switch from the blacktop to the stone or the blocks.
No, the plan is to keep the black top, which
Yes.
is all that is gonna be repaired, and then that else that you see is where we're gonna lay the actual stones.
Clear it all.
No, the drawing really is really lacking in any way to readily understand it, but again, you could mention that to whoever put the drawing together. It's not really very clear, and I'm glad you're able to explain it. So it's just like a small L shape of stone you want to put in.
Correct.
It goes
Correct.
around, but just FYI, I mean, to be clear, this line is where it stops.
Correct. That's where it stops. That's
Okay,
where the
so,
gravel
I
stops
mean,
currently right now.
what's this on the other side?
That's all green, and I have my fence goes all the way. So I have there's a fence there, and it goes all the way down to a road behind me. So my property goes all the way down past that. Because you see where the fence is, my property goes further down the
Yeah.
hill.
All right,
I guess we're,
and you don't really, it's not really visible, the gravel, the blacktop, go back to the front picture of the house.
is there another site plan that shows what's going on?
No, I haven't seen that,
Was
but,
it-
it is. All right,
I mean, it kind of,
so it's black,
in this day and age of massive rainstorms we're getting, so now we're increasing more permeable areas or,
but that's a DOB question.
yeah.
We don't,
He actually is still gonna be under the 40%. He's it's essentially going from 35 to 39. But 40 is the in the S75.
so, and
Correct.
anyway, even if it were something beyond the limit, it's still for the Department of Buildings.
Yeah.
So it's outside our purview.
And it's
So
neighbors
the,
behind them to deal with.
yeah.
It's,
So
that's
just-
what the DOB says.
Just to clarify, the existing driveway now, what is going to happen to the existing driveway?
Just repairing it.
Okay, it's blacktop that gets repaired.
Correct.
There you go. Okay.
It's gray now. It's not even black anymore. That's how
Yeah.
bad it is.
Other, got it.
Did you ever think of doing paving all the way to the street?
I've never thought about it.
Just asking.
No, never thought about it. It was just fixing what was there and then
All right.
allowing a safe area for my kids to at least rollerblade. I mean, that picture I did does not give it justice. I mean, I could walk right now and show you guys so you can clearly see it.
It's all right.
It might be helpful.
Google Maps, right?
Well, if somebody on the board wants to see it, yes, please do it.
All right, let me go. See. So I could switch. Give me a second, because I have my two daughters here. My wife is currently with my son soccer practice, so
Made a lot of difference.
I could switch the camera. Oh, here it is. Okay. So
Yeah,
this is the front of the house. I'm gonna show you guys. Where we start, right?
yeah.
See how bad it is? I mean,
Walk up to where the stone would start, since you're
okay.
walking.
There's a halls,
Yeah,
there's the driveway, the assistant driveway.
right.
I don't think we're
That's the,
fixing the driveway. We're just trying to figure out the.
Yeah, right here.
Neighbor,
This is where
where
it starts.
so
Starting there.
starting there.
I see. They already started to do some work, it looks like.
Well, that's for the patio.
Stockpile.
I just, that's it.
It is, okay, that's what it is. All right.
All right,
All right, that makes more sense considering there's no
We're gonna have-
site plan with a grade, so
Right,
it's,
yeah.
there's, it's
Yes.
level there. Got it.
Anyways, all right.
Okay.
So you fix your driveway and then you extend stone and the lot coverage is up to the building department to decide anyways, and apparently it's fine. And that wouldn't be
Yes.
part of the purview. As we said, normally if this were something visible, in my opinion anyways,
Mhm.
The drawings would be lacking, but
Gotcha.
it's not really readily visible. You already had, intentionally started work without a permit. We don't want to make it complicated for you. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have any more comments. I'm ready
It's a
to,
shame he's putting the good stuff in the back and.
yeah, I mean, you could always one day you'd be encouraged to replace the blacktop with more of that stone if you want, but that's up.
That'll be nice.
Are there any more comments? Any comments? Is there a motion to put it to a vote?
Motion to vote, Captain.
Second, all in favor? Aye. All right, Oscar.
Yay. God bless you all. Thank you so
No.
much. You've made my day. Oh my God. My wife is gonna be ecstatic. Thank you so much.
Enjoy it.
God bless.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
all right.
Oh, people. Okay. I think now we go to additional business of the board. And, it'll be a short meeting. Electrical, Stuart, is the village code now changed for electrical charging?
No,
stations?
it's actually going to be reviewed by the planning board at the end of this month. All zoning text changes have to be reviewed by the planning board, just so the members of the commission are aware. The Board of Trustees has a board proposal to amend the zoning code to include provisions for electric vehicle charging stations. And the issue came up with regard to HPC because some of the infrastructure might be actually placed on the buildings that are within historic districts. So initially, there was going to be an HPC review. And at the request of the trustees, the chair was contacted to essentially say, what do we really need to go? When would it have to go before the board and when not? And so the review, I think, Dan, and you remind me, I think is far more limited. I think it's like basically a type 3 type of
Yeah, I have a
charger.
memo here. I
Yeah.
can just read.
Why don't you do that? That would be easy.
All right, I mean, I don't know if anyone saw it, I copied everybody, but you may not have seen it, I'll just read it quickly. So in response to what Stuart was saying, they asked me for my opinion on whether we needed a review of charging stations. So I said to Stuart on July 22nd, hello, Stuart, thank you for sending me this draft. Ideally, in my opinion, this matter would be reviewed by all HPC members, but as you know, we will not meet in August. With the assumption that timing is critical, I offer this position. Level 1 and level 2 chargers are small appliance-like devices that would not, in my view, significantly impact the historic character of the building. Also, exterior locations for these devices are typically determined by proximity to an electrical panel and parking. Location options for aesthetic reasons are limited. HPC wishes to help streamline the permitting process whenever possible, especially in support of the village's commitment to sustainability. For these reasons, I believe we can forego hearings for level 1 and 2 chargers. However, level 3 chargers resemble gas pumps and are typically connected via buried cables, presumably with greater location flexibility. For these reasons, I request that level 3 chargers be submitted to HPC. So that's essentially it, and I don't know if we'll ever get a level 3 charger but we might.
I don't think I wanted a Stop and Shop.
Right, in a historic district somewhere or in a designated building, yeah, maybe we'll get one, So.
I'm just saying, they're there now. You got
Yeah,
the Tesla chargers and then you got. the
Oh, no,
little
I know,
Stop and
but
Shop.
that's,
one star, yeah.
I was trying to think, unless they start doing one on Main Street in our Main Street district. I mean, I just can't imagine where they might put any level 3s up, but maybe they will. Are they putting any plans for ones?
No, we've had applicants come to inquire, not within the historic district, no, but to put other charging stations in. So rather than have nothing on the books, we wanted to have something there. This will also deal with signage, it will deal with lighting, it will
Yeah.
deal with, it can have advertising, it can have motion pictures, can have all different things there'll have to be certain signage on the particular home, similar to what if you have a solar, but you have certain signage to advise. One of the trustees is, again, as you know, is a member of the fire department. And
Oh, Bob?
Bob,
Yeah.
and, very much concerned about, basically, you don't want, if one of those batteries goes up inside a house, you got a real problem. So you obviously want to know that they're there. So that's one issue but so now it's before the planning board for their review. They'll come back with their recommendations towards the end of this month. We then go back to the Board of Trustees. They'll call a public hearing. And after that, if all goes well, there would become another proposed local law. And, sometime the end of November,
Right.
or December, something like that. But it's a lot of the municipalities are now doing EV charging station local laws.
Yeah,
And so we thought it would be a good idea, as I said, particularly because the planning folks are getting inquiries on that. Some want to know, like, for example, what kind of lighting they can have, where can it be located, what hours, and so we figured put it in the book so we can have something there, so that's the next thing.
All right, if there's nothing else, on the agenda, designation and credits, is that what we had talked about at the beginning?
That may have been the, with regard to the audit by State Historic Preservation Office, correct?
The only thing I.
Do you mind reiterating that? Because I think there was only a couple of us here when you went through it the first.
Sure.
So.
There you go.
Thank you, Maddie.
You're welcome.
We got a letter earlier this year from the coordinator for certified local government programs. Briefly, the village is one of a number of what's called CLGs, which are approved by the state to operate as a historic preservation commission. We have to have meetings at certain times and we have to do meet certain requirements. And we have continued as a CLG for these years. What we hadn't done is basically submit an audit report. And so they said, oh, by the way, you haven't given us an audit report for 5 years. So could we have it like in 2 weeks? So what they wanted was, attendance over the past 5 years. They wanted copies of minutes from selected meetings over the past 5 years, certificates of appropriateness. They wanted our guides that we've done and all things like that. And they wanted a copy of our legislation, which they're very pleased with. And they basically were very happy with what we did. It took them about 4 or 5 months to review it. They went through it. They basically said that as for legislation, reporting and records, public participation, overall assessment, we met standards. The only 2 areas where they found that we were below standards were with regard to commission and board and general activities. And commission and board is not new, folks. What it is in our code, we require 4 hours a year for credit to continue on as members. The state does not have that requirement at all. The state basically says there is no time requirement. You just have to have training. And the coordinator for the CLG program, Frances Stern, up in Waterford, New York, was kind enough to say that she'd be happy to provide us with the training. If we just let her know when and what kind of training we're interested in. It could be via Zoom. Someone could come down here perhaps from SHPO, so we can get different kinds of training from them, which I think would be great. The other thing that they, if you want to call it, dinged us on, is that we never asked for grants. It's like,
The nerve.
we have money, we would
The nerve.
actually like to.
We never asked for grants.
We never asked for grants.
Not a number of grants we can ask for, so.
Yes.
Stephen,
That's nice.
that's right.
The board personally asked for grants or the town village?
Well, the village would be the signature to the grant application, but you folks would be the ones to do it. And if you go and I'll send it to you, there's a page for certified local governments, and there's a thing with regard to grant. For example, they said that they can do grants to conduct updated surveys or public outreach work. The grant money they get is from the federal government, and they get a pot of money, and they divide that money among the grant recipients. So, and those would be the certified local governments. So from what they get from the feds can ultimately be funneled down to us. But it is kind of funny when they said, well, you never asked us for any grant money before. I mean, would you like to? Okay. So I think, what I'll do is I'll send around to all of you. A lot of their grant stuff is older. It's like 5, 6, 7 years old, unfortunately. But they do still, as I said, updated survey work. So if there's certain survey stuff that we're looking for beyond just the architectural guidelines, they may be able to provide us with grant work as well as assistance in doing the very things that we need to do. Because it says State Historic Preservation Office can offer an individualized orientation training to commissioners to ensure they're up to date on relevant information. As they say, commissioners who are well versed in historic preservation initiatives can act as better stewards in their communities. And they talk about grants. They note that a grant project could involve updating guidelines for continued use by the public. So there's a variety of things. So those were the 2 things that they sort of said, if you could do a little bit better, it would meet standards. But as the coordinator wrote in her note to me, I wrote you a very soft letter. I mean, it's like, you guys are really fine. I just want you to know. Because and Dan saw, I sent them like 7 emails because I couldn't attach everything to it. I mean, they have stuff on Brantford Hill, they have everything. So, they were very pleased, but I think taking them up on the training, I think is great, because this way we don't have to start looking for it. They'll be happy to do it. And if we start looking at potential grant opportunities, we're not talking big dollar amounts like $10 million for the village of Ossining, but they are talking, anywhere between maybe, $5,000 to $20,000 grants, which for what we would be looking to do is not insignificant stuff.
So may I ask a question?
Please.
It comes to my mind. This would be great to see the links. I never thought to ask about that.
Happy.
So if we needed a nice internal survey, set of plans surveying the Ossining Bank on the corner of Main and Route 9, would that be something they might be able to pay?
You know what? What I would say to you, Dan, is this: you can always ask them if
Sure.
that's something that fits within one of their categories of grants. I don't know.
Right.
They may be looking broader than a particular building, but then again, if it's a building of significance, they may say, well, that's fine. We would be willing to do something like that, or at least provide a grant to that. I don't know if their grants are match grants. I don't know. Match grants meaning that the village has to match the amount, or at least that amount. But again, as I said, I'll send the link as well as the website for specifically the certified local government page. But overall, they were they're pleased. So I just thought kudos to everyone here, because
Gold star.
Thank you.
nice work.
And speaking of that, Steve, I hope we don't ignore your offer, which I thought was very good a few months ago. I don't know if you want to put it on the agenda for next month if we don't have any, and make it more formal as an agenda item.
Why don't we do that? I will mail you the slide presentation. You can send it to everybody, and then we can bring it up here, and I can just maybe talk everybody.
That would be great. I look
And
forward
then
to it.
We could see, comments, criticism, welcome. And then if we want to turn it into something, we'd want to put on the village website or something, we can consider that.
Yeah, I think that would be terrific.
And now that we're talking about credits, Daniel, you were gonna send me a link to, you mentioned you have some kind of CPE site that you use as an architect.
Oh, the Red Vector,
Yeah. And
that's something you pay for, $400, which I guess they
but
would
I
pay
think
for.
I can
Yeah.
get reimbursed for that. If
Yeah,
you would
it's
send
just,
me that, I'll send
well,
you
it's just right now, redvector.com, and it's one word, red, R-E-D.
Red.
If I didn't send it, I apologize.
I'll email it around so it's a focus tomorrow.
VEC,
VEC.
V as in Victor, ECTOR, Red Vector, one word,
Oh, Vector.
Yeah.
Red Vector.
.com.
Okay.
And I think it's, after that, I mean, you just have to go through the website and sign in, set up an account if you'd like to.
Okay, and then I just I'll send you the receipt.
Yep.
For the reimbursement. Yeah, reimbursement. Perfect, okay, because I don't know if we'll get this training in time.
No, but we'll be happy to do it that way.
I could get reimbursed for my membership then. That would be terrific.
Okay.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, no, I'll put that together and we can, go through that. That'll be nice. Okay.
All right. Anything else anyone would like to bring up?
Meeting is October.
Good question.
7th? Monday the 7th. I think Monday the 7th.
Yeah, the long weekend falls strangely this year. Yep, you're right, Monday the 7th.
What's the weekend? What's that? The weekend is what?
Columbus is the next.
Oh, Columbus.
Yeah.
That's Rosh Hashanah.
Is it that? It's Monday?
that-
No. No, it can't be.
No, that's, but it's in October this year.
It is.
All my holidays are in October this year. And so they just,
We have Thursday the 3rd.
Thursday the 3rd for which?
For Rosh
Rosh
Hashanah.
Hashanah. Third, fourth, and then the following Saturday. Which, if I remember
The
correctly,
third, October 3rd, right?
Yep.
I try to keep those dates. So many. So many.
Okay.
So October
You're very
7th,
good.
you will not be with us.
Okay.
We'll miss
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Yes, we will. So unless there's any new comment or any other comments or new business items, anyone would like to make a motion to adjourn?
A motion to adjourn.
And second? Second. We're adjourned.
Now, I just will point out,
Go ahead.
our friend tonight, Mr. Castillo, he will have an interesting issue tomorrow night. You can sign off,
Okay.
because he